My name is Gitzin. I'm 32. I live in Tel Aviv, and I'm one of the founders of Israel Hofsheet, Be Free Israel, a movement who fights for religious pluralism, a movement that actually fights against religious coercion, against women's exclusion from public sphere, issue of public transportation on Shabbat in Israel. We became a movement that says the loudest voice for freedom of choice in marriage in Israel. For many years, the issue of freedom of religion, freedom of religion, was not that central in Israeli public discourse. In the last few years, we were able to bring it as a main issue into the political and social discourse in Israel. Just about a year ago, we were introduced to a very sad story in Bet Shemesh. A girl, a 9-year-old girl, was spit at and violently attacked by extremists who live in the same city. And what was the reason? She was not modest enough. When we saw it, we thought we cannot be silent. And the same Shabbat evening, we started an event on Facebook that thousands and thousands of people joined. And all of a sudden, a day after, I found myself with locals in Bet Shemesh working on the biggest demonstration on the issue of religion and state that had ever been in Israel. Thousands of people came to Bet Shemesh to say, religious violence won't work in Israel. I'm an Israeli. I love Israel. This is my home. I know and believe it can be a better place. I truly believe that the two components of the definition of the State of Israel, being Jewish and democratic, are both crucial to the future of the State of Israel.
Mickey's a real visionary. He can spot trends, he notices what's happening, and he's very good with people. He makes beautiful collaborations with other NGOs.
My inspiration comes from my belief that change is possible. I think that the only thing I actually know how to do is social change and political change in Israel. I think I'm good at that. I'm trying to do my best in it. And it's very much myself. There is very little difference between Mickey, the director of Israel Hofsheet, and Mickey, the personal person. So this is who I am. This is what I do.